It's a way back Wednesday at Petco Park. Team busting out the brown uniforms for the first of 5 times. Wednesday day games this season at Petco Park. Good-looking team, and that's a good-looking baseball player. Justin Upton, another home run last night. His 6th of the season, as you see, tied for 3rd in the National League. Another big night for George Springer as well. He had 5 RBIs, scored a couple of runs, stole 3 bases on Monday night. It's Game 3 of a 3-game interleague series between the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. Welcome to Petco Park. This afternoon, the Padres try and avoid the sweep, Mark Grant. And last night, an eventful night. A lot going on, including early on in the game. Will Myers had an opportunity to make a great catch up against the wall. He just missed being able to make that catch, but then he contributed in a big way the rest of the night.
The one thing that I really appreciate about Will Myers is that he plays this game like a little kid. Should he have had it? Maybe. Could he have had it? Most definitely. So after that, he lays down a clinic bunt. You can't place that any better. He utilizes his speed and shows up. Yes, he's a great athlete, now in the scoring position, right? Then the ball is hit and play by Solarte. He uses his speed. He gets the green light. But Will Myers does so much on the field. He plays like a little kid. That's one thing. He is always going to give you a great effort. And when you hang a breaking ball, oh, he'll bang that breaking ball, too. He's got some serious power, over 400 feet. High fives all the way around. Hopefully you see a lot for the rest of the season for Will Myers. He's going to give you 100% effort every single time.
Same thing for Andrew Kashner. He starts today against a very talented left-hander, Dallas Keuchel.
Andrew Kashner's got to be the stopper today. I mean, with the way things have been going, get a little bit of breathing room, and then since June 11th for Andrew Kashner, you see his numbers, 20 straight starts. He loves pitching here at Petco Park. 2 runs or fewer for the right-hander. Hopefully he is on his game against these Astros.
Absolutely. We've got the 3rd game of the series, and it's Dallas Keuchel, the left-hander.
This guy's tough. No doubt about it. He's got the sinker from the left side. He's got a slider and also a changeup. In his last time out, he did really, really well. In fact, the Houston Astros, the last 9 starts, they've won. So he keeps him in the game. He's got above-average stuff.
Absolutely. Padres are 4-2 in the final game of series. So far this season, they try and make it 5-2 this afternoon. Jed Jerko in the starting lineup. He's been working hard. We'll hear from the Padres second baseman when we come back. Astros and Padres on Fox Sports San Diego.
Welcome back to San Diego on this way back Wednesday. Jed Jerko has started just once in the last 5 games, but he is back in the lineup today. He's used that time off to work in the cage, work on his swing, and get some one-on-one time with Alonzo Powell and Mark Kotze, the Padres hitting coaches. He shared with him, and he talked with me about his approach during these limited at-bats.
Take advantage when the opportunity presents itself. Obviously, the at-bats are tough to come by right now. The guys are swinging the bat that are in the lineup. They're doing their job. So anytime I get that opportunity, I just got to go out and perform. And obviously working with Zoe and Kotz keep getting better.
Coming up, Game 3 between the Padres and the Astros. They got the stopper on the mound. Andrew Cashner's numbers so good at Petco Park. Can he stop this skid? We got first pitch coming up on this way back Wednesday. The Padres back in the brown when we return.
Let's do this.
Swing and a miss.
Man, is he good.
Strike 3 call.
'28-year-old Andrew Cashner will make his 5th start of the season here this afternoon on a way back Wednesday. Padres and the Astros. San Diego trying to avoid a sweep. And it's not just the uniforms that are brown and orange here this afternoon. The big high-definition video board out in left field is playing along. Should be a fun afternoon at Petco Park. 12:40 start. Beautiful day in America's finest city. The old Astrodome logo. Everybody's having fun.
You can't ask for anything more, right? The fans love the way back Wednesdays. We see the brown wherever we go, and we're seeing it firsthand as the Padre 9 take the field this afternoon.
Led off by Andrew Cashner. Starting lineup for the Houston Astros as they try and complete the sweep is brought to you by Hyundai. And A.J. Hinch fills it out like this. I mean, obviously, Jose Altuve is leading off. He has every game this season, and he has been absolutely red hot. George Springer has had a huge series, 5 RBI last night. Hank Conger getting his first start of the series behind the dish. As they give a day off to Jason Castro, and you see Dallas Keuchel, who's taking his first at-bats of the season. That's the way the Astros line up against Andrew Cashner. Scouting report, Mark Grant.
Yes, the scouting report, Jesse, is brought to you by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Continues to mix his pitches well. The slider is really, really good. And pitch, in quotations, right? Sometimes, like any pitcher, rather than pitching, trying to overthrow. And we've seen Andrew Cashner top his game when he is pitching out there, hitting his spots. Tremendous movement, great location when he's on his game.
Defensively for the Padres, the outfield the same as we've seen. Padres defense brought to you by San Diego County Ford dealers, Upton Myers Kemp, like we said. But some changes on the infield. Barmes at shortstop, Jerko at second. Hard to take Yangervis Solarte out of the lineup right now. He slides over to first base, and Will Nieves will give a much-deserved day off to Derek Norris behind the plate. Then Barmes, a couple of starts here early on, particularly against left-handed pitching. Will Nieves hit the big grand slam against the Giants, and he'll catch Andrew Kachner for the first time. Jose Altuve will lead it off last night. I mean, it was just one hit after another after another. 4 for 6 with an RBI, couple of doubles, couple of runs scored. He stole a base, and he's got the batting average up to .348.
That's why I'm so anxious, I guess is the word I'm looking for, against Andrew Kachner. Altuve's quick to the baseball. He squares everything up, uses the big part of the field. And with the stuff of Andrew Kachner, 3 above-average pitches, I think this is going to be a good matchup today.
31 hits for Jose Altuve. That leads the American League, and he takes a fastball called strike at the knees. 0-1. 95 from Kachner right out of the chute. Last year, Altuve led the American League with a .341 average here in the first month of the season. He's up over that. Swinging and missing at a second straight fastball. 0-2. Astros bust out the orange tops for the first time in this series. The Mark Grant era pinstripes for the Padres. That one's wrapped foul outside of third. 81 degrees and perfectly clear downtown San Diego.
Just a slight breeze just to cool you off a little bit. Some kind of nice.
Altuve takes just outside with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Andrew Kachner, Mark mentioned it, 20 consecutive starts here at Petco Park, allowing 2 or fewer earned runs. Franchise record. 1-2, swung on and missed. And one of the toughest guys to strike out in baseball, K's against Andrew Kachner to lead off the top of the first.
Well, everybody likes a good magic trick, right? Well, how about Andrew Kachner throwing the disappearing slider down and away? Looks like a fastball out of the hand, but great rotation. And Altuve, we don't see him take too many hacks like that. Advantage Kachner.
Shortstop Marwin Gonzalez now, switch hitter, will bat left-handed against Kachner. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Gonzalez came on Monday night after the injury to Jed Lowry. Limited action, but he's been productive for the Astros. 26 years old from Venezuela. Fouls it out of play, 0-2.
You know, after last night's game, Jesse, did not go down to the clubhouse, but I guarantee you one thing. Sure, the guys were dejected a little bit, right, after the 14-3 loss. But you know what? They erased that about, 10, 15 minutes after. They start thinking ahead and thinking about today. Long season. We hear that quite a bit.
How many games?
I think 162.
How many stitches in a baseball?
108.
How many bones in the human body?
160.
You're not a doctor. It's all right. You don't need to know. 206.
That's right. I knew there was a 6 in there. Hey, the unis are looking good. Derek Norris, he's got the blue top. He's got the day off. Taking one off the ankle bone.
That guy matches the team. 1-2, just missing as Kachner nibbles away from Gonzalez. Andrew Kachner has one career start against the Astros. Grew up in the Houston area. It was a great start. His 3rd career start, and he took a no-hitter into the 7th inning against Houston.
He's got to be a little fired up, huh? Pitching against the Astros.
Fouled away again. Mark Grant, keys to the game are brought to you by your Honda dealers of San Diego County. What do you want to see from the Pods today?
I incorporated pitching today. Kachner goes deep, and we want to see the ball in Craig Kimbrell's hand in the 9th inning. And continue the trend, hitters, hitting .345. off of lefties. Dallas Keuchel, a left-handed pitcher for the Astros this afternoon.
2-2. Gonzalez fouls another one back. Cashner veered back for a little bit extra, 97 miles per hour there.
His fastball is really 2 or 3 different types of fastballs, right? Actually 4, because he could throw the 4-seamer. He could add, subtract to each of those, so that equals 4 pitches.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. 9-pitch at bat, but Cashner gets the best of Gonzalez. Back-to-back strikeouts to start things off here in the first.
And back-to-back sliders for the strikeout. Altuve, Gonzalez. There's the spin way out in front of it, and a nice pick by Will Nieves behind the plate today. Coming right at you, Andrew Cashner. That's cash money.
Right into your living room. 2 on, nobody out, and the third baseman Luis Valbuena. 95, high outside. Astros playing some of the best baseball in the majors right now. They've won 5 straight, 9 out of their last 10. Out in front of the chain, 1-1.
If he has that changeup locked in today with the way he's throwing that slider, look out.
Valbuena was hit by a couple of pitches last night as he pops this one foul.
The changeup out of the hand of Andrew Cashner off the middle and ring finger on the right side, kind of turning it over a little bit, hence the little drop. And look at the location. Will Nieves didn't even move his glove. Outside corner.
Perfection. That's not bad either. Another changeup, and Andrew Cashner strikes out the side here in the first inning. Jose Altuve, one of the toughest to K in the American League, goes down swinging. Marwin Gonzalez follows suit, and Luis Valbuena can't touch the change. Myers, Solarte, and Kemp coming up. Teammates going to try and get a little bit of run support. Padre lineup brought to you by Toyota. Jan Hervis Solarte making another start, but he's at first base this afternoon. Kemp and Upton familiar at third and fourth. Jed Jerko starting for the first time since Sunday. Clint Barmas, Will Nieves also getting some action here this afternoon against the lefty Dallas Keuchel.
Sinker slider changeup. He's a good one. He throws strikes. One of the few lefties that has that sinker and the back foot slider to the right-handed hitters. Going for the strikeout.
Will Myers had that monster home run in the 5th inning last night. Started the game off in yesterday with a push bunt up the third base side. Stole second, scored a run. We always say, hey, he's not a prototypical leadoff guy. Kind of acted like one last night. Two balls and no strikes. We've mentioned it. The Padres have decimated left-handed pitching so far this year. Best batting average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage in baseball. A .345 team average against lefties. Matt Kemp's certainly done his part there. And it's not a small sample size thing. They have the 4th most at bats against left-handed pitching in the National League. Myers swinging on 2-0 and fouls it back.
Keuchel likes to work down in the zone, down, and then he will elevate that fastball up in the zone. He'll cut the fastball up as well. changing planes. He's got a pretty good idea what he's doing out there, and the numbers show that.
More ground balls as far as ratio goes than anybody else. He gets a low strike there, 2-2. Close.
But no cigar.
2-2 to Myers, and he reaches for it, fouls it away. Keuchel working down and away to Myers. Too far outside, 3-2.
Well, here's a look at Dallas Keuchel, what he throws versus right-handed batters. Okay, let's say you're the batter right here, right? And he likes to go away. He likes to go down and in with the breaking ball.
3-2. Myers hammers it to right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Will Myers here in the bottom of the first.
He really fought that one off. Stayed inside it nicely, short and quick to the baseball, because when Keuchel is ahead, you really don't know what quadrant he is going to throw to. That one leaks middle in, and Will Myers, hands through first. Look at him get the hands through and just stay inside that baseball and rifle it to right field.
Myers stole a base last night. He's got 3 on the season. Yangervis Solarte on base 4 times in yesterday's ball game. Takes strike 1. Great numbers for Solarte. Seen time at second, getting the start at first base here this afternoon. Shows bunt, pops it up foul, 0-2.
Gosh, you know, I look at these uniforms and I can't help but think of Joe Carter, Fred Lynn, Robbie Alomar, Tony Gwynn, Marvell Wynn, Benito Santiago, Ed Whitson, Andy Hawkins, Eric Schau,
Mark Grant. How about that? Keuchel was sleeping. Myers takes off. Solarte hits it in the air to center. Marisnik is there. And so Solarte flies out as Myers has to hustle back to first base. A little something going on there. As take a look at the Astro defense here this afternoon. Left to right in the outfield. Rasmus, Marisnik, and Springer. Valbuena and Gonzalez on the left side of the infield. Altuve at second. Carter at first. And a former Angel, Hank Conger, behind the plate.
Third in the American League, fewest errors for the Houston Astros in the American League West.
Made an error late in last night's game. That was their first in 6 games. Matt Kemp, good numbers overall, particularly against left-handed pitching. And he takes strike 1 from Keuchel. This season for Matt Kemp, a .471 average against Southpaws. 4th best in the National League. Myers dancing around over at first base as the pitch misses 1-1.
And Jesse, I've been keeping an eye on the way the opposing pitchers have been facing Matt Kemp. You should take a look at this season, the breakdown, the splits. A lot of pitches down and away to Matt Kemp. See if he drives the ball that way.
Quick toss to first base. Keuchel could fit in on the Padre team when it comes to facial hair. Myers stays put. Kemp hits it out to right center field. Marisnik going over. Not going to get there. And it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Myers being waved home. He'll score easily. Kemp's trying to go for 3. There will be a throw, and it will be late. The ball gets away. Keuchel doesn't see it. And now the third baseman, Valbuena, goes over to get it. First triple allowed by Dallas Keuchel all season. For Matt Kemp, his third base hit of the year, and it's 1-0 Padres.
There's that right center field power we're talking about. Keuchel goes soft early on the outside corner. Okay, now Matt Kemp's got a pretty good feel. Away. That one's down, it's away, and a ways to go for Marisnik to get that one. And I think Matt Kemp played a little possum around second base. He kind of pulled up and then turned on the Jets again. James Shields leading the charge. Yeah, we love you too, James.
Rock and roll. official score has chimed in. They're only going to give Kemp a double.
Yeah, he bobbled it a little bit right out in left, right center.
I guess he saw what you saw. Maybe Kemp not going full speed around second base. So an error on the center fielder, Marisnik. Semantics, though. Kemp on third base with a run in. And another first inning score for the Padres.
Love it.
Astros had struck first in each of the first 2 games of the series. Padres trying to make everything go a little bit differently here this afternoon. 1-1 coming to Upton. And he pops it up. Altuve trying to shield the sun, and he makes the catch. 2 away. We're just talking about the Astros' good defense, the lack of errors. And another one here this afternoon. 2 gone, runner on third for Will Middlebrooks. Talking about the Padres' success against left-handed pitching. Last year, they had the worst slash line in the majors against lefties as Keuchel misses outside. And obviously, Mark, this is a completely different lineup, but the results so far, about a month in, have been completely different as well.
Be interesting to see how Keuchel pitches to Will Middlebrooks here. Mentioned Jed Jerko on deck, getting the start today.
Middlebrooks slaps that one up the middle. Altuve was shifted that way. He'll throw over, and the side is retired. The Padres, though, do get a run. Leadoff single from Will Myers, and then Matt Kemp puts a charge into this one out to right center field. An RBI double. And the Padres have a 1-0 lead on Houston after 1. George Springer leading off here in the top of the second inning. Takes ball 1 high from Andrew Kastner, who struck out the side in the first. Springer had a monster night last night for the Astros and has had a very good series so far. Fouls that one back, 1-1. In yesterday's big win, Springer knocked in 5 of the 14 Astro runs. Just kept coming and coming last night. Padres bullpen struggled. And now they look to Andrew Kastner to provide some big innings here this afternoon.
And that's going to happen, right? It's going to go in waves. Yeah. Happens to the best of teams. Iron some things out as the season goes along. It's like hitting being contagious, right? I feel the pitching is contagious as well.
1-2, just missing inside. Kastner trying to paint that corner against Springer. 2-2. Got him. That is right on the outside edge at 97 miles per hour. And 4 straight strikeouts for Andrew Cashner to start the day.
You talk about locking up a hitter. George Springer just watches this four-seam fastball split the outside corner. You cannot throw that ball any more perfectly than Andrew Cashner did right there. Wow.
Picture perfect. Colby Rasmus.
He's on pace to strike out 27.
Would be a major league record. 1-1.
Nice changeup from Andrew.
These teams obviously don't play as frequently as they did when the Astros were in the National League, but still, if you look at the last time Houston swept a 3-game series in San Diego, you got to go back a long way. That's what the Padres are trying to prevent this afternoon. Last time the Astros swept 3 in San Diego, 1982.
Come on, that long ago?
Nolan Ryan and Don Sutton both picked up victories in the series.
Back-to-back changeups, and then Andrew misses. Go with a slider down and in.
Rasmus struck out 3 times last night, and he strikes out here in his first at bat this afternoon. That is 5 consecutive strikeouts for Andrew Cashner to start it off.
Every pitch working right now for Andrew Cashner. That he finishes off with the slider, swing and miss out in front, plus with the depth, the tilt.
So far, so good for Andrew Cashner. 5 up, 5 down, 5K. Chris Carter out in front of a changeup, 0-1. Little marine layer hanging out.
Yeah.
It'll be a warm one today. Slider misses low outside. 1-1.
Game time temp, first pitch 81 degrees. A little bit of a breeze.
Carter's seen that batting average go up the last week or so. He's got a 7-game hitting streak, during which he's hitting .346, but he's behind against Andrew Cashner. Padres starter trying to strike out the side for the second straight inning, and Carter just gets a piece. Still 1-2.
Got to keep the ball away. When Chris Carter does damage, it's middle in. It's elevated a little bit. He's got that kind of. It's a different looking swing. So you can really get him down and away. Slider, he's Will saying, get it down.
He does. Carter lays off 2-2. Carter 2 for 3 last night with a homer in the 6th, an RBI single in the 4th. You're talking about that power swing he's got. Free and easy last night, the homer to left. Wants the slider down again, and he got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Andrew Cashner with a pristine start to this game. 6 up, 6 down, and 6 strikeouts. Springer looking to start the second. Rasmus goes down swinging, and Chris Carter can't connect. To go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 San Diego.
Padres are leading 1-0. Sorry about that. You know, when things aren't going your way, the players like to change things up a bit. And for Will Middlebrooks, that meant busting out the razor. A little clean-shaven look today in the clubhouse. I asked him, who else is involved in this? He said, hey, we win. You may see Matt Kemp, Justin Upton. They may bring out the clean-shaven look, too. And Mark Grant, knowing you, you had to have some kind of superstition when you were playing.
Yeah, I did. I wore a certain T-shirt. I wore certain parts of equipment, and they didn't seem to work, Chris Budden. So thank you very much for that report. I like the guys going with the prospect look, right? You shave off the beard, you shave off about 15 years.
See the numbers for Jed Jerko getting his first start of the series. Tries to go the other way with that one. 2-2. Jed's working at it.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right? He's being a pro about it, taking extra BP, doing everything he can to try to hone his skills and get that swing down.
Takes a little bit low and a full count, 3-2. Jerko got into last night's ball game as part of a double switch. There we go. Way back Wednesday, Nolan Ryan. Tequila Sunrise jersey.
Oh, I love those jerseys.
Fouls another one off. Falls into that category of so bad they're good. Those old Astros unis.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Absolutely. With the white spikes, which I love. I love the white spikes. Jose Cruz, Terry Poole, Alan Ashby, who does TV for the Astros.
Jerko hits that one on one hop over to Valbuena at third base. That's the first out of the inning. Closed captioning for this afternoon's game brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Here's Clint Barnes making his first start of the series. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 9th inning last night. Got the one home run this year, a solo shot off of Tyler Matzik 8 days ago in Colorado. And he takes strike one from Keuchel. Coming into this game, Dallas Keuchel had allowed one run in his last 29 innings. He's allowed one in an inning here at Petco this afternoon. Curveball hits the outside corner quickly, 0-2 on Barmes. Last start for Keuchel in Oakland, went 9 shutout innings, got a no decision. Couple of hits, couple of walks, 4 strikeouts, and the Astros would go on to win in 11 innings. Inside to Barmes, he's able to hold up 1-2. Barmes making his 6th start of the season at shortstop. Alexi Amarista has started 17 Padre games over there. A little bit of a lefty-righty thing going on. 2-2 to the veteran shortstop. And strike 3 call. Looked a little bit low, but Clint Barmes is rung up. And that is the first strikeout of the afternoon for Keuchel.
It looked like they kind of turned over a little bit, and it may be a little low. Let's see what the track says. Pretty accurate, and pitch number 5 just touching the bottom part of the strike zone.
Will Nieves. Padre catcher with 2 outs, nobody on here in the 2nd. Chops at the first pitch over to third. Valbuena hustling, bare hand. What a play. Nicely done by Luis Valbuena over at third base. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dallas Keuchel. Andrew Cashner, 6 strikeouts coming back out. presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco. What we feed them matters. Good day to be out on the water here in SD. Another beautiful afternoon and a beautiful pitching performance so far for Andrew Cashner. 6 straight strikeouts to open the game against the Houston Astros. Marisnick, Conger, and the pitcher Keuchel due up here, and he delivers another strike. The Astros center fielder, 0-1. People got to be wondering, right? The record?
Sure.
To start a game. As this one is grounded over Middlebrooks and into left field for a base hit. And he's thinking about 2, and he will go to second base. Marisnick with a leadoff double here in the third. For the Padres, the franchise record for most consecutive strikeouts by a starting pitcher is 9 by Jake Peavy. That same season, he also had 7. You see Andrew Cashner now tied with that group with 6. Major League record for most consecutive strikeouts is 10 by Tom Seaver. Most to start a game is 8. So Cashner was 2 away from that. Jim DeShays did it for these Astros back in '86. And Jacob deGrom of the Mets did it last year against the Marlins as a rookie.
Yeah, and that one graphic you saw about Jake Peavy having 9 at Arizona, that actually should have been 10 because he had 2 strikes on Eric Burns. Check swing on a slider. They appealed. No, he didn't go. If he would have hit it, it would have been a double. It should be 10 for Jake Peavy.
Would have tied the big league record. Hank Conger getting his first action of the series. So Cashner strikes out the first 6 before allowing the double to Marisnick.
So let's see what type of an adjustment Andrew makes out of the stretch for the first time.
Conger last year with the Angels hit .221, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. First round pick back in 2006, Southern California guy from Huntington Beach. 3-1. And when you talk about pitch framing, as a lot of people do around baseball, this guy, one of the absolute best.
Yeah, not a lot of movement with his glove behind home plate when catching a pitched ball.
Sticks there, and he draws a walk after checking his swing there.
MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 13 years. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices. Real-time highlights. You get live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and much, much more. Every night on every device. How can you not pass that up? Or how can you pass it up is what I'm trying to say.
You can't.
Right. Yeah. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. You got to have it if you're a fan. Longer read.
Got some conversation out on the infield, and Buddy Black's going to join the chat now. Looks like Solarte and Cashner were kind of huddled up over near first base, and now the entire infield. You're going to hear from Buddy Black. He's certainly got a situation here where something could be on.
Right.
First and second, nobody out. The pitcher at the plate, and Keuchel just 25 career at bats. This will be his first of the season.
You see a lot of talking going on there. Buddy to Cashner and the infielders to Cashner. They just want to be on the same page. What type of play they want to roll right here in the event. Keuchel's most likely 100% going to be bunting here to move him up. So let's see if they put on the wheel play where the shortstop, Clint Barmes, will wheel over to third base and possibly try to get that lead runner on the force play.
Keuchel bats like he throws left-handed, and that one gets away from Nieves. Throw down to third. Not in time.
Well, it looks like Will had a tough time grabbing the handle on that baseball as it got away, and that was the difference. Here's the wheel play. Ball gets away, and right there, just a little double clutch right there is the difference. As Barmes is covering third base on that wheel play with Will Middlebrooks charging.
Nieves has been charged with a pass ball. So now runners on the corners, still nobody out. See if Keuchel changes his approach, swinging away. Strike 1.
Mentioned this earlier, the first game of the series. A.J. Hinch, the manager of the Astros, he doesn't like his pitchers hitting. It's out of their element, being in the National League, but with interleague play, being here in San Diego, they've been hitting this road trip.
Fastball. Strike 2. Cashner trying to finish off the opposing pitcher. Does a nice job laying off. 2-2. Strike 3 call. 7 strikeout for Andrew Cashner. That's a big first out here in the top of the third. And the leadoff man Jose Altuve will walk up as Keuchel walks back to the dugout.
And with just that runner, Marisnick going to third base and Conjure staying, keeps the double play in order on that pass ball. Tough guy to double up though here.
Yeah. Great numbers with runners in scoring position for Altuve. Swings to the first pitch, lines it to left. Upton makes the catch. Runner tagging, throw coming in, and it will not be in time. Sacrifice fly for Jose Altuve, and the Astros tie it here in the third.
First pitch hunting for Jose Altuve. Wanted it down and away. Looked like a little slider up. Boy, he gets extended, doesn't he? Even though that ball looks like it was off the plate, he still gets out in front of it and pulls it to left field.
Some nice arm strength there from Justin Upton as he one-hops it into Nieves. 2 outs, runner on first, and Marwin Gonzalez. Strike 1. Cashner struck out Gonzalez in the first. Andrew trying to get on track after that tough start his first time around in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. He's been better since then. Last time, Friday night here against LA. Strong 7 innings. Gave up just a couple of runs, but took the loss as the Padres fell 3-0 to LA. Like they did over the weekend. Padres dropped the first 2 here against Houston and trying to win the finale. The 0-2 to Gonzalez. Fouled away.
Hey, earlier when Andrew Cashner was backing up, look at right there. He gets spiked as he's backing up. You know, no harm, no foul. He kind of limps back a little bit. Hey, anybody getting a spike to the foot, that's going to smarts a little bit.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on. 0-2. Just missing. Another 2-strike pitch. 2-2. Gonzalez had a 7-game hitting streak snapped last night and fouls this one out of play. Sorry, 2 nights ago. Last night, 1 for 5. Couple of strikeouts. The K's have been there all week. Shields with 12 on Monday night. Tyson Ross had 9 last night, and Andrew Cashner's already got 7 here in the third. 2-2, and another foul ball.
A.J. Hinch pretty much said it with their hitters. You're going to take a pitch, swing at a pitch, and hit a home run, right?
Stop by Nieves. Now a full count to the Astros shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez. Hinch spent the last couple of years in the Padres front office. Former Diamondback manager back on the field and very happy about it with this Astro team. 3-2, runner goes, and another foul ball out of play left side.
Tons of foul balls. Well, if Andrew can locate that slider down and in, it seems like it'd be a pretty good wipeout pitch.
9-pitch at bat to strike out Gonzalez in the first. And another long battle between the two here. This will be pitch number 10. So how about that? 19 of his 56 pitches, or his 57th after this, will be against this batter. Gonzalez battling, runner goes, 3-2, grounded right to second base. Jed Jerko's got it, and that's the third out of the inning. The Astros come back. A double from Jake Marisnick, a pass ball, and a sacrifice fly as they tie it 1-1 in downtown San Diego. Ico, July 19th, 2012. The Astros here, and Edinson Volquez was absolutely dealing, becoming the first Padre pitcher to throw a one-hitter at Petco Park. Struck out 5, walked 3. The only hit, oh man, infield single by Matt Downs in the 4th. Bounced off Volquez's glove. At the time, the gem was the 26th one-hitter in Padre history. Hey, even the kids getting in on Way Back Wednesday.
That's some little leaguers here, yeah. Padre unis.
Andrew Kashner takes low from Keuchel to start it off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Cash 1 for 8 this season, has that one career home run. Very respectable 198 career average. You've got him in Pick the Stick today, don't you?
I do. Love me my Cash.
He's been known to drop down a bunt, try for a base hit. Thought about it there, takes a strike.
Very athletic, runs the bases. He's got some speed, good bat control.
Been used as a pinch runner. Back in Washington last April, we saw him out in left field for a brief moment. Swings and misses there. Second strikeout for Keuchel. 1 out in the 3rd as the order turns over against the Astro ace. Houston has won each of Keuchel's last 9 starts. Will Myers, no surprise, in the middle of the run scoring again for the Padres, back in the 1st.
Wow, that's an odd. That's a houseboat, or maybe how about a prison boat?
That's a new one.
Yeah, taking him out for a little cruise.
Out to center field. Marisnick on the S, on the grass, 2 away. Somebody on Twitter got to let us know what that was. Somebody who's got some more naval expertise than we have.
Yeah, that's the cruise you get for good behavior. Go out for a little cruise and get you out of the hole for a while.
Solarte takes strike 1. Flew out to center field his first time up. 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 3rd. outside. Astros got an unearned run in the top of this inning. Will Nieves passed ball, allowing Marisnik to go from second to third. Altuve brought him home with a sacrifice fly. Solarte, who had been playing at second base, at first this afternoon. No way Buddy Black can take him out of his lineup.
No, you can't.
Two and two.
Just received word that was Shawshank Cruise Lines out on the bay.
I'm glad we solved the mystery.
Skippered by Andy Dufresne.
Solarte on the ground to second. Altuve gets the big hop, throws him out. And a second straight 1-2-3 inning for Dallas Keuchel. Andrew Kastner back to work in a 1-1 game.
Update on Sean Kelly. He's on the 15-day disabled list with that strained calf. He threw a bullpen today. It sounds like things are feeling good with the leg, so he's going to head to Lake Elsinore on Friday and pitch in a game there. But the good news is no pain right now in the calf, so he'll spend a few days in some rehab assignments before coming up and rejoining the team, gentlemen.
Chris, thank you very much. Some good news as the Padres look to add Sean Kelly back to the mix in the bullpen. Luis Valbuena 0 for 1 with his strikeout. Not what we expected out of the Padre bullpen so far this year. Another rough night last night, although kind of a funky game. Once it gets away from you, it gets away.
Yeah, and Buddy even said during the postgame the last couple nights that is something that's got to be fixed and make better pitches, because when you make mistakes against these types of hitters at the big league level, they are going to capitalize on it.
Last year, exact same number of innings pitched for the bullpen through 22 games, and the ERA and the home runs allowed,
yes,
very different.
That's the big thing. Look at that. 9 more home runs.
$15 earned runs allowed by the Padre bullpen in the first couple games of this series.
But when you look at the record at 500, 11-11, right?
Yeah.
It's the offense that's picked up big time.
That one's hit down the line, left out of play. 3-2 to Valbuena. And yeah, you got to figure there's going to be times this season when the bats are going and maybe the bullpen isn't, or the starters aren't. There's going to be times when the pitching's great and the bats are cold, and you hope that there's enough of those times when everybody's got it going at the same time.
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning and talking about the way things are going right now for San Diego and the home record being 6-6. And I said, well, you know what? It's better than being 7-14, right? After 21 games.
That's it. Still scoring more runs than any other team in the National League. Matt Kemp coming in, sunglasses, shielding with the glove, and he makes the catch as he falls down. Great concentration from Matt Kemp. A high, clear sky. And a smile after he makes the play.
Well, he's wearing the sunglasses and using that glove to shade. Looks like he's got a bead on it, and then all of a sudden bails out, but the ball is in the glove. That's got to be scary for an outfielder. He's saying he's got it, though. He's got it. And at the last second, wow.
Nice job by Will Myers, giving him some space, too. One less thing to worry about.
And you know what? As an outfielder,
Springer lines that one into left field. Upton's got to go over to the wall and get it. My goodness. George Springer digging for 2. Head first slide, and he's in with a double. What a series this guy has had. 5 RBIs last night. Scored a couple of runs in the first game of the series. And a 1-out double here in the 4th.
As an outfielder backing up, you got to anticipate that carom off the glove. That's why you got to not get too close. As we talked about mistakes earlier, pitches, right there. Springer, that's a hanging slider. And that could have been much worse. He gets enough top hand on it, hits the top half of the ball, keeps it in the yard.
Colby Rasmus 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Yeah, Springer's not missing much right now. Runner on second base for the Astro left fielder. Good day for Shades. That one's hit well out to right. Kemp's going to look back. That's about all he can do. It's up over the jack deck and out of here. A 2-run homer for Colby Rasmus. That's his 4th of the year, and the Astros jump on top in the 4th. Big time power from Houston all series long.
And look at the elevated pitch, outer half, getting out in front of it and pulling it to right field. Rasmus gets extended. A 1-0 fastball.
3-1 Houston, 1 out in the 4th. Double and a homer after a fly out to start the inning. And a fastball on the outside corner to Chris Carter. Cashner's next pitch will be his 70th. Struck out 7 men in the first 3 innings.
A lot of foul balls, too.
Yeah.
Getting that pitch count up there.
One, 2, and a slow roller foul.
It just doesn't look like Chris Carter gets extended. He doesn't get extension in the outer half of the plate. With that swing path of his, he can do some damage in the middle in.
See how they work him here on 1 and 2. They come in, and it's strike 3 called. Strikeout number 8 for Andrew Cashner. 2 gone here in the 4th. Great afternoon at the park or inside Petco. Looks like there's some action on the wiffle ball field.
That never gets old.
Marisnik had the first hit of the day for the Astros. Leadoff double last inning. Came around to score the first Houston run. Got a lefty at the plate. 0-2. Two-strike pitch, fouled off right side. Souvenir. Got him. That is strikeout number 9 for Andrew Cashner. He ties his season high. But a 2-run homer from Colby Rasmus puts the Astros in front. Matt Kemp coming up, along with Justin Upton and Will Middlebrooks, as the Padres look to come from behind against the Astros. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino, only 30 minutes from Petco Park. And by Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com and see how much you could save. Nice day on the water. San Diego Bay. Astros with a 3-1 lead on the Padres.
It's a hot day here at Petco Park, and these Astros are some kind of hot as well. Won 9 of their first 11 road games this season. They're getting good pitching, showing some power.
Matt Kemp brings some power to the conversation as well, and he takes the first pitch low from Keuchel. Mark Sweeney joins us. Hey, Mark, you know, this Astros team, obviously we don't get to see him that much anymore. Been pretty impressive these first couple days.
Very confident group. I think talking to A.J. Hinch before the game, I think he's a little surprised, but he just loves their resolve. They're having fun in the clubhouse. They're loose. They have youthful enthusiasm, but also, like you said, Mark, they're getting good pitching. And when you get good pitching and consistency, I think they're going to win ball games. But it's a confident group. I've been very impressed.
1-1 coming to Matt Kemp. Gets the strike call at the knees, 1-2.
You know, Mark Sweeney, I mentioned it in our open talking about Dallas Keuchel. When you think of left-handers, you think of the four-seam fastball, you think of the curveball, the changeup, but very few lefties out there throw a true sinker like Keuchel does.
Yeah, and I think what he does too, which is magnificent. You're seeing him move the feet of Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp's had great success against left-handers this year. He's going to make them uncomfortable, but he'll add and subtract depending on your approach. If you're an overswinger, he's going to slow you to death. If you're a guy that's trying to sit back, he's going to get strike one. He's going to try to chase you with that fastball elevated.
Kemp got him the first time, an RBI double. Lays off there, 3-2. Just the third extra base hit allowed by Keuchel this season, all of them doubles. And yeah, guys, a lot of fastball.
That is a lot. 71% fastball, but like Mark Sweeney said, he can add, subtract, two-seam it.
Little chopper. Altuve's going to have to charge on this one. Backhand, and he got it. We talk all the time about what Jose Altuve does at the plate and all the hits. The batting title last year, we've seen him make some really nice defensive plays the last couple days.
Very quick with the transfer right there and throwing a strike to first base. That is not an easy play. Altuve is coming in towards the mound, his momentum towards home plate. That's a backhand transfer. Gets him by a half a step.
Mark Sweeney's down in the sun. We saw Matt Kemp struggling with one in the top of this inning off Valbuena's bat. Not an easy day for the outfielders, huh?
No, right field and also right behind second base. That's usually the problem area on day games here in San Diego.
Justin up to the center field. Marisnick going back. He reaches up, makes the catch. Did he hold on? He did. What a play by Jake Marisnick. Kind of got turned around a little bit, made the catch, slammed into the wall, and held on. 2 away.
Talk about tough plays. I mean, this isn't one of those where an outfielder has a chance to camp. That is on the run. Sun, warning track. You got the wall creeping up on you. Mark Sweeney, you played the outfield. That's not an easy play, my friend.
Mark, we went over outfield parts yesterday, and you can see this outfield wall in center field. It actually gives a little bit with Marisnick, sorry. But you can see him just laying out and taking the brunt of that. That's not an easy play, but an athletic play.
Yeah, the ball right over his head, too. Great concentration right there. Upton gets robbed big time.
Hit it well. Upton had a homer last night. Here's Will Middlebrooks, 2 out, nobody on. And he takes first pitch strike. Yeah, that was a rocket off Upton's bat. I liked how, as Marisnick was falling down, he tried to catch his hat. You know what I'm saying?
Mark Sweeney mentioned about that wall having a little bit of give to it. Watch as Marisnick makes the catch, and then watch the wall give. Wow.
It's a door out there. You can see that. Keep the batting cage for BP just beyond that center field wall.
I guarantee he's not going to go into the wall like that after playing the Cubs at Wrigley. That's extra bases at Wrigley.
You saying the ivy doesn't cushion the blow of the brick?
No.
1-2 to Middlebrooks. In the dirt. Padres got off to a promising start in the first inning against Keuchel. Single from Myers, RBI double from Kemp, who ended up on third base that play after Marisnick had trouble picking up the ball. But he was stranded, and that's been pretty much it. Now full count to the Padre third baseman. Payoff pitch to Middlebrooks. And Keuchel gets him to ground back right to the mound. Another assist for Luke Keuchel, and another 1-2-3 inning, thanks in large part to his center fielder, Jake Marisnick, going back on a ball that Justin Upton hit, making a great catch and holding on. 3-1 Astros after 4. Andrew Cashner, who set a Padre franchise record today. 6 consecutive strikeouts to start the game. First time any Padre starter has ever done that.
Congratulations to Cash. He was locked in. He still is locked in. Just a couple of mistakes.
9 strikeouts as the catcher Conger swings at the first pitch and lines it into the glove of Clint Barmes. They were shifted the other way. The Padres shortstop had a long way to run and makes a great grab for the first out here in the 5th.
Oh, not an easy play with the switch hitting Conger up there. The ball slicing away. The shift is on. And Clint Barmes, timing is everything. The glove is up there, and he takes away a base knock. Second base side, shortstop side. Picking up Andrew Cashner.
And Barmes comes in with a great defensive reputation. Of course, we saw him all those years in Colorado. Gets it done there. Keuchel struck out looking his first time up. And he looks at strike 1.
I love the old school flip downs that Clint Barmes is sporting today.
Gives you more versatility.
Yeah.
Strike 2.
Hey, if you need him, you just flip that bill of the cap. They got the little tab there on the side. They'll flip down.
You could see Gary Templeton rocking some of those with that hat. Oh, yeah.
Tempe's the man.
Nothing in 2. Keuchel takes strike 3. That is strikeout number 10 for Andrew Cashner.
Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. And we're going to sneak inside the toolbox of Andrew Cashner. There's the slider grip. We've seen it this afternoon already. Great location down and away. Altuve, bad hack for the strikeout. There's the changeup. Middle finger, ring finger. Same arm slot. Fastball arm speed and way out front for the swing and a miss. And then don't underestimate the four-seam fastball. That's 97 paint on the outside corner for Andrew Cashner.
Altuve first pitch swing. Another great stop by Barmes. Not going to have a chance to get the speedy Altuve. But Clint Barmes goes full extension and makes a nice efforted throw to first. An infield single for Jose Altuve. He does plenty of that. First hit of the day.
39, count them, 39 infield singles last year for Jose Altuve. And Barmes, you know, if he can get a glove on it, he is going to make the play. He just doesn't have a howitzer for an arm, and from his backside there or from his knees, he's not going to get Altuve.
Marwin Gonzalez, 2 outs, runner on first.
One of Andrew Cashner's 10 strikeouts coming against Gonzalez back in the first. Check on Altuve. 8 stolen bases, tied for the American League lead. Tied with cleanup hitter in the Astros lineup, George Springer.
Guys, this is the reason why I think a lot of people are going to start talking about the Houston Astros, the pressure that they put on you with the running game. Because you're going to see Andrew Cashner trying to change things up, slide step with the quick moves, also hold the runners. It's controlling the running game that's very important, but this team puts pressure on you.
Cashner's got to pay some attention to Altuve over at first. Yangervis Solarte, not the biggest guy in the world. He's kind of towering for Altuve.
Yeah.
Swinging and fouling, nothing in 2.
Was that kind of a quick pitch right there from Andrew Cashner?
Looked like it.
Quick set. Go to the plate, not a bad idea. You know, I haven't seen this series Altuve get very many big leads over there. When you look at his leads, they're rather on the short side. No pun intended.
0-2, and it's hit in the air, shallow center. Barmes calling and catching. Nice job by the veteran shortstop, making a good defensive play. An 8-pitch inning for Andrew Cashner as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Cut up on a full night of NHL, NBA playoff action, and tonight's Major League Baseball games, plus all the latest rumors out of New York on the eve of the NFL draft. You can see Fox Sports Live tonight at 11 on Fox Sports 1, or see simulcast right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Great time of year for sports. Jed Jerko leading it off.
And of course, the draft this year in Chicago, right?
Yeah. No more Radio City.
That's right. Just pulled a Ron Burgundy.
Ball and a strike. Jed grounded out to third base his first time up. Expect him to get some starts against left-handed pitchers. Big curveball from Keuchel, 1-2.
I'd like to see Jed Jerko go the way of Matt Kemp earlier in the game to double the right center field. See if Jed can take a pitch that way. Also be aware of the pitch inside from Keuchel. Like that. Breaking ball.
Nice job getting a piece of it. 1-2.
That's such a good point, Mark, that you'd make. And we talk about that with the approach by Jed Jerko. That right center approach is going to set him for that slow breaking ball. And that's the one he wants to pull. But you have to have a full commitment to try to use that right center gap.
And you know what, Mark Sweeney? I would think a walk wouldn't be a bad thing in this situation. A hitter sees pitches, and that might help him down the road, correct?
Correct. You have to have confidence. You're looking for confidence in any way.
Goes to the right side, but pretty much right at Altuve. One gone, and Jerko 0 for 2.
You know, guys, right there, you get a line drive to second base, and you think about what's going through his mind. Automatically, it goes to the negative. That's the stuff that you have to battle as a player, that you're struggling. You're in that struggle mode, and you do something functionally very well, a line drive to second base, and then you're going back. You're thinking of negative things. You've got to get yourself out of that.
Clint Barmes, one out, nobody on. There's the physical part of it, the psychological part of it.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Keuchel this afternoon, Mark Sweeney, is that he has the ability to locate pitches. One in particular, down and in, moving the feet of the Padre hitters.
Yeah, and I love that point, too, because if you look at Matt Kemp, you go back to it, he's going to move his feet because he just wants to make him uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be moving his feet with a fastball. You're going to get out of the way. You want to make that hitter aware of he's going to pitch inside somehow.
They come up to Barnes, and he fouls it back.
And one thing I just noticed also about Dallas Keuchel, on that glove of his, he's got the gold label. He's the first pitcher in franchise history to win the gold glove. And when you win the gold glove, yeah, that's what Rawlings does for you. You get the gold label on your guante.
Ton of assists as he strikes Barmes out on a foul tip into the mid of Conger. 2 outs here in the 5th. Around Will Middlebrooks last inning. That one was pretty routine. Will Nieves getting a start. Fourth time he's found himself in the starting lineup here this season. And he takes ball 1. Derek Norris getting the day off.
A well-deserved day off.
Took a tough foul ball yesterday off the ankle. And it deflected.
You got to be nuts to be a catcher. I mean, seriously.
They call the equipment the tools of ignorance for a reason. One, 2 to Nieves. Inside, 2-2.
Mark Sweeney, I know you were a left-handed thrower, but, you know, as a youngster, did you ever strap on the gear and catch?
I actually did. I had a Mizuno catcher's mitt.
Really?
I thought it was a fun position to play. You were involved on every play. That's what I loved about it.
Nice.
Nieves goes down, hits that one to left. Rasmus coming over, and he makes the catch. Dallas Keuchel is all locked in. He is sailing through this afternoon. That guy's sailing through San Diego Bay. At the start of this one, it was all about Andrew Cashner. He establishes a new franchise record. He struck out the first 6 men to come to the plate this afternoon. Matt Kemp got the Padres on the board. A first-inning RBI double that brought Will Myers home. That gave San Diego a 1-0 lead. After the Astros tied it, Colby Rasmus a 2-run homer to put him on top 3-1. And that's the story as Andrew Cashner goes back to work here in the 6th inning. Luis Valbuena 0 for 2. He hit one out to right field last time that Matt Kemp made a really nice catch on, having to fight the sun. As you heard Mark Sweeney say, out behind second base and in right field, those are the sun fields for these day games here at Petco. Not a lot of clouds either. 3 balls and a strike to Valbuena. Cashner has at least 1 strikeout in every inning. And that one's ripped to right. Kemp's got to go back, gets turned around, reaches up, can't make the catch, and it one hops against the wall. Valbuena heading for second base. He'll slide in with a double. Leadoff 2-base hit for Luis Valbuena here in the 6th.
Now these Astro hitters swinging those bats with some aggression, not missing many mistakes in this series. Sure, a lot of swings and misses, but let's take a look. A 4-seam fastball. That ball, even Andrew Cashner's 4-seam fastball, has got some movement to it. Valbuena puts himself in a nice lock and loaded position and just out of the reach of Matt Kemp and right.
Fastball misses high to Springer. Came in to score on the Rasmus homer. 1-1.
Changing a little speed off the fastball there. 92 for Andrew Cashner.
Springer struck out his first at bat a couple of times last night. Most strikeouts in the American League. But he's been productive, and as you see strikeout numbers rise all around baseball. Maybe the K viewed a little bit differently than it was even just a few years ago. Just a big part of the game right now. In the air right field. Kept much more routine this time. Little crow hop as the runner tags. Valbuena goes to third base, 1 away.
Well, these Astros, and the guys, you can chime in on this. Let's make a conversation of it. But Astros like to swing the bat, right? They're hitting some mistakes. And Andrew Cashner's got the good fastball, the good slider. And we've seen Keuchel move some feet. We know that Andrew Cashner's got the good location. He can move their feet with his slider as well, and then start to go down and away. Kind of mix it up a little bit in and out. Colby Rasmus is the guy who got extended. Let's see if Andrew Cashner maybe tries to go inside on a breaking ball, move his feet before trying to induce a ground ball with the infield in.
Rasmus hit his 3rd home run of this road trip for the Astros, and it has been a very successful trip. Fouls that one out of play. Despite the fact that Rasmus went 0 for 4 last night, he's still hitting about .350 on this road trip that began in Seattle, continued in Oakland with a sweep of the A's, and is concluding this afternoon at Petco Park. A.J. Hinch's guys playing some of the best baseball anywhere right now.
Hey, that's moving the feet right there. Fastball in.
And Mark, that's what I wanted to ask you too, to follow that up, is when as a pitcher do you feel comfortable about moving their feet? Obviously a lot of left-handed hitters like that down and in pitch.
Sure.
You don't want to make a mistake in that situation either.
No, I think that last pitch might set up something else. They doubled up on it. Nicely done. Just missed. You know, that's a good idea. If you feel the hitters are getting a little bit too comfortable off you and they're taking those good swings on those mistakes, say, you know, Andrew Cashner's got good enough control to where he could pretty much throw the fastball wherever he wants and move those feet like he did on that pitch earlier to Colby Rasmus.
Tries to hold up. They'll appeal over to third base, and no swing, says the crew chief Jim Reynolds. Now a 3-1 count on Colby Rasmus. Cashner approaching 100 pitches, 1 strikeout shy of his career high. Set last April against the Tigers in that 1-hitter here at Petco.
Well, he struck out Carter 2 times. He's on deck. Something off speed here with 3-1.
It is, and it's popped up left side. Middlebrooks coming over. And he makes the catch. Big out for Andrew Cashner, 2 away.
So rather than throwing the fastball 3-1, he puts a wrinkle in one, and Rasmus works underneath it for the pop fly in foul territory. Nice pitch.
Hitters count. Pitcher gets the result. 2 outs, runner on third. Infield can back up. And as Mudd mentioned, Chris Carter 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Tapper to the left side. Barmes gets the easy hop. And a nice job by Andrew Cashner working around the leadoff double. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
Manager the first time around. I felt like I could fix anything and do anything, and I think a lot more mature in this role now. I have an understanding of how to connect with players, how to build a coaching staff, how to utilize that coaching staff, and just be yourself. You know, I think it's players really respect the effort that you put forward and the connections that you make with them. So I think it's important that you understand this game's about players, not about coaches, not about managers, and you put them first and do everything you can to put them in a position to succeed.
Astros manager A.J. Hinch with Chris Budden discussing his second shot at managing in the big leagues. Mark Sweeney's down there. No surprise to see him get another shot, huh?
No, exactly right. And Jesse, he said something pretty interesting to me. In spring training, you'll see a lot of times that the coaches will have folding chairs outside the dugout. And he said, I typically had a chair open right next to me because if I took somebody out of the game in between innings, I would have them sit with me and have discussions. I wanted to get to know the players, and you can understand making a change from his last time as a manager to this time. I think communication really comes into play.
Oh, it's really good. Andrew Cashner hitting for himself despite the fact that he's thrown 99 pitches this afternoon. So it looks like we'll see Cash back out there in the 7th.
You know, Mark Sweeney, you make a good point, because you and I, we talked to AJ before the first game of the series, and gone are the days of when the manager is the tough guy. Because you know what? In this day and age, it ain't going to play, folks. You got to be on the same page. And like Mark just said, you got to sit down. You got to get to know your players. You got to know their tendencies. Who needs to be coddled? Who needs to have a fire lid underneath them? And that's what AJ said. The one thing I have learned is that how I need to get to know my players, like Mark Sweeney was talking about. And Bud's the same way.
Cashner lines that one into center field for a base hit. Another hit for the Padre pitching staff. That's their 7th this season, 2nd for Cash. It's a big spot here, too, leading off in a 2-run game.
Yeah, get that tying run up to the plate. We know that Andrew Cashner has got some speed on the bases, too. So in the event of an extra base hit, there's a chance that he could score. Dallas Keuchel going away, and Cash taking it exactly where it was pitched.
3rd hit of the afternoon for the Pods. First since the 1st inning. Keuchel had retired 14 in a row prior to that Cashner base hit. Will Myers singled and scored the run for the Padres. That was back in the 1st, and he takes a strike. Mark Sweeney, another reason not to like the designated hitter in the National League.
Well, I like the play. I mean, I think if you're an athletic guy and you're going to help yourself out, massive Bumgarner, Andrew Cashner right there, I think it's a great play. It's what you want to watch. I think everyone's going to talk about offense in the game, and it's definitely taken a back seat. But you also understand, too, time of game people are talking about. So however side you want, there's a huge argument in baseball right now.
1-1 to Myers. Cashner with a pretty short lead over at first base. 2-1 to the Padre leadoff man.
You know, that's something Mark Sweeney and Jesse Abger that AJ talked about again, being in the American League now, is how do you keep your bench guys fresh with no pitcher hitting, right?
Topper foul.
No double switches. You got to keep those bench guys fresh. Fewer players on the bench.
AJ Hinch enjoying the ability to make a double switch. I think there were 2 separate ones last night.
Yeah.
Staying in practice. Final game of this series. Day off tomorrow for the Padres, and then the Rockies here this weekend. So the Fiesta on Friday night, fireworks on Saturday, military Sunday as Will Myers takes strike 3 call. Myers rung up on a close pitch.
There's one of those pitches kind of elevated at the belt buckle, and according to Fox Tracks, right on the inside corner.
Mentioned earlier, Conger, the catcher for the Astros, one of the best pitch framers in the game. Helps him out there maybe a little bit. Solarte out in front, 0-1. Through to center, grounded to second. Productive series nonetheless. Switch hitter hitting from the right side at the start of the game for the first time in this series.
Guys, you see the little things that Dallas Keuchel is doing. You know, not really a stolen base threat in Andrew Cashner, even though he can run. Still going with a slide step for Keuchel.
He seems to be very comfortable with that slide step.
Springer coming in, now going back. 2 away. Solarte lines out to right.
I think that kind of takes away from the pitcher's ability to maybe get the most out, but it's a personal thing. You know, maybe Dallas Keuchel has done that so much where he feels comfortable doing it each and every time. I mean, let's face it, he only throws 90-ish. He'll touch 92. So I don't know if a regular conventional leg kick is really going to amp up or bring up the velocity to 95, right?
Matt Kemp's had the RBI today for the Padres, and the curveball's outside. Buddy Black looks on as Dallas Keuchel trying to work around a leadoff single from the opposing pitcher. Camp reaches, fouls it back, 1-1.
The Padres need that big hit. After Matt went to right center field the first at-bat. Nice play in the 4th for a second at-bat by Altuve. Let's see how Keuchel throws him here. Going soft away maybe right here.
Change up in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike to Matt Kemp. Comes into today with the 4th best batting average against lefties in the National League. in his career, a .334 hitter against left-handed pitching. Third highest among all active players. Got it done in the first at bat, and he rips this one foul. And Cashner walks back to first. Get a good look at the hair there.
In and out for Keuchel, and down out of the zone.
2-2, and he tried to jam him.
Mark Sweeney, after going in and out like that and down, you've got to be quick on that last pitch. Kemp does a nice job of fighting that one off, huh?
Yeah, very tough with 2 strikes too, Mark. You have to protect everything because you see he's staying out of the middle of the plate, but also the 2 changeups away. You're looking soft away, you're trying to react in. Very difficult at times.
I'll tell you what, Mark Sweeney, I don't see how you guys did it as a hitter. I just don't see how you guys do it.
That's why I was a pinch hitter. I didn't have 4 at-bats too many times.
No, it just amazes me how these guys with the hand-eye coordination can put a moving ball into play.
Kemp reaches down, but it's pretty much right at Altuve. He goes the short way. Cashner was bearing down, but they get the third out, and Keuchel works around the single.
Seventh inning of work early on. 6 batters up, 6 batters down via the strikeout. He had it all working. The 4-seam fastball, the slider down and away. He even dropped the changeup. Slider down and away. All told, this afternoon into double digits. 10 strikeouts. Padres find themselves trailing by 2, a score of 3-1. And here to bring you the rest of the way home, here's Jesse Agler.
Hey, thanks, Mark Grant. You see the 2 earned runs there. The streak is on the line. He's made 20 consecutive home starts, allowing 2 or fewer earned runs. How about this all-star voting?
Already?
Today it just began. Padres.com/vote. Hey, you got some guys to vote for this year, that's for sure, in a Padre uniform.
Yeah, let's get more than one all-star into the Midsummer Classic this year in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati this year, right here next year. Petco Park will host an all-star game.
Nice.
Summer 2016. Can't wait for that. Bottom of the order for the Astros, and Cashner delivers strike 1 to Marisnik. Scored the first run for the Astros. That was the unearned run. A Will Nieves passed ball allowed him to go to third after the double. Came home on a sacrifice fly from Jose Altuve. Outside, ball 2. Crazy thing with Cashner is, good as he's been, we talk about the great numbers here at Petco, the 20 straight starts with allowing 2 or fewer earned runs. He's 6-8 in that time. Win-loss record, it is what it is. Kemp makes the catch for the first out. He's got a 1.44 ERA there, right, with a 6-8 record.
Yeah, that's because, and you know this, Jesse, you've seen this ball club, totally different club. this year from last year, just not getting the support. No room for error. They gave up a run or two. Chances are those are the only runs you gave up. No decision or a loss.
And Conger takes ball one. Astro catcher hit a line drive his last time up the middle. Clint Barmes, who was shifted over, did a nice job running over to make the catch. Cash delivers a fastball strike.
Well, we've seen 97 on the fastball. We've seen 91 on the fastball. I like it. Adding and subtracting.
On the ground into the shift. That's Barmes, the shortstop. 2 away.
Well, with Andrew Cashner on the hill this afternoon, it's time now to check the Cholula flamethrower, Jesse. And for Andrew Cashner, 97. You know what that is?
Hot sauce. Not mild either. Is that ghost pepper? Brandon Mauer's got some hot sauce. He's out of the bullpen. Get it up mid-90s, Brandon Mauer.
Yeah, nice slider, wipeout slider.
Dallas Keuchel, opposing pitcher, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Chopper over the mound. Barmes has a long way to go, and it's into center field. Well, Andrew Cashner had a leadoff single in the 6th. Dallas Keuchel a 2-out single here in the 7th. Time for the T-Mobile game changer. And this guy's been changing games this entire series. Jose Altuve. How about that? Only Miguel Cabrera has more hits in all of baseball since 2012.
Unbelievable story. This guy was signed out of a tryout camp.
When you look at him and you understand why, you know, might have slipped under the radar.
Yeah, he's from
between the cracks.
From Maracay, Venezuela. Kept showing up.
In the air, pretty deep center. Myers makes the catch. And 7 strong innings from Andrew Cashner. Astros leave a runner as we stretch.
Padres trailing 3-1. Justin Upton kind of get things going offensively here for the Pods. And let's get to know the new Padre, Justin Upton. You know, back in middle school, he played violin. However, hasn't played in a long time, so don't go trying to book him for any weddings or anything. Also, spare time. Likes to play a lot of golf. I also asked him if there's one thing you want to do. Anything you want to do, what would you do? He'd like to travel Europe. So 3 things you need to know about Justin Upton. The violin was pretty surprising to me, guys.
I'm wondering if it was a Stradivarius.
Huh?
Oh, come on, Chris Budd. The Stradivarius, a very, very notable violin. One of the best ever made.
Did you play violin, Mark?
No, I never played the violin. I never played an instrument. And you know what, Chris Budden? You make a good point. If I had to do it all over again, I would learn how to play an instrument.
I agree. I would love to learn how to play the piano.
Oh, guitar. How many times you go over to like a dinner party or a gathering at a friend's house and there's a grand piano sitting in the dining room or living room and it's just collecting dust. Bobby Cressy.
He's on the organ.
Yeah, tickling the ivories.
Is he taking a selfie?
I think so.
He might be.
He's the man.
He might be wearing a Mark Grant jersey. Maybe he was taking a picture of the name on the back.
Oh, you got to use the wide angle. A lot of pinstripes on that shirt.
Justin Upton against Dallas Keuchel, who's retired 17 of the last 18 Padres. Andrew Kashner's leadoff single in the 6th. The only man to have reached against Keuchel since the first inning when Matt Kemp doubled in a run. Upton takes at the belt, 1-1. Not to say the Padres haven't had their chances offensively. They've hit some balls well. 1-1 from Keuchel. And that one's ripped foul. Upton hit one really hard earlier in the 4th inning. And Jake Marisnick, really nice catch out of center field.
That's great concentration right there. Taking away extra bases. Highway robbery.
Keuchel ahead of Upton, 1-2. And he hangs that one. Justin, though, pushes it foul down the right field line. Way back Wednesday at Petco Park. So they've got the 84 style jerseys. Those were a giveaway last year.
Yep.
Today the Padres wearing the mid-late 80s uniform, the brown and orange. They'll be giving those away later this summer. Upton lays off the high fastball, 2-2. You said it a couple of times, Mark Grant. Keuchel, he's not overpowering or anything, but he's getting it done.
He moves it around. He changes speeds. Look at the Fox tracks brought to you by Nissan. In and out, up and down. He goes back and forth with a changeup. Hopefully the Padres can string together some hits and get some runs this inning.
Like a violin string. That one looped over towards Altuve.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. Yeah, the Stradivari family back in the 17th and 18th centuries built those violins.
The gold standard, really.
Yep. Violins, violas, cellos, other string instruments.
Yeah. They never got into the woodwinds, though, I don't think.
Oboes.
Middlebrooks has grounded to second and back to the pitcher. Got to figure Andrew Kashner's done through 7. He's tossed 110 pitches. Next will be the 100th for Keuchel. And Middlebrooks pops it up. Altuve again. 2 gone. Well, he's got the reputation, and the numbers back it up, of a big-time ground ball guy.
Yep.
Not to say that it really matters whether a guy pops up or not, but more balls hit in the air maybe than we expected today.
Absolutely. And what was one of the things that I said earlier? He likes to elevate, right? Well, this one's elevated, kind of. When he likes to work down, belt buckle, that's kind of elevated for Keuchel. And he gets in on him, cannot get extended, and Will Middlebrooks pops it up on the infield.
Nice ball strike ratio for Dallas, the Houston starter. Jerko takes outside. Jed trying to reach for the first time in the series. Came into the game late last night. Got a couple of at-bats. And 0 for 2 this afternoon. Padres expect to see a left-handed starter again on Saturday. Jorge De La Rosa might see Jed back in the starting lineup for baseball night in San Diego. Pat Neshek, former Padre. And Dale Thayer, a current Padre. Jerko tops that one off the mound. Keuchel, nice play, throws to first, and he gets him. Won a Gold Glove for a reason. Nicely done. His second assist of the day. We've played 7 at Petco Park.
The 8th inning, Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomeranz working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communications. Well, we've said this before, but the last couple of games got out of hand late. This time, though, got to get into that bullpen.
Yeah, tight ball game. You have to get out of into your bullpen, but also they have to snatch a win somehow. It's the confidence Astros team. You got to try to get one here.
Well, the lefty Dallas Keuchel throwing a heck of a ball game. When we see in the post-game show, we'll talk about everything that happened on the field for sure. But we're also going to ask Buddy about how he hopes to shake this team up a little bit, try and snap some of this losing before the Rockies come to town for a set. We'll have all that. Plus, you'll hear from Andrew Kashner after the final out. Gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Mike and Mark. We look forward to that on Padres Live, the post-game show, coming up after this afternoon's ball game. Plenty to talk about with Andrew Kashner. Another start here at Petco Park, allowing 2 or fewer earned runs, the 21st in a row for Kashner. His day is done. Dale Thayer is out on the mound in relief. And he's got Gonzalez, Valbuena, and Springer, 2, 3, and 4.
And our pitching change this afternoon is brought to you by El Cajon Ford. Enter right-hander Dale Thayer, his 9th game. A nice ERA under 2.
Had a long outing his last time up. That was Saturday against the Dodgers.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was closer than I thought.
Yeah, kind of stayed more towards the line than it looked like it was going to off the bat. Just a strike. Thayer Saturday night in that wild 11-8 game against Los Angeles, pitched an inning in 2/3. All of the 7th and most of the 8th.
Okay, the bullpen streak of scoreless inning starts right here.
Okay.
Right? You got to start somewhere, and I believe it's contagious. Got some good arms down there in that bullpen. Hold the Astros at 3. We know the possibility of this late life offense for the Padres.
Yeah, they're certainly within striking distance, and Keuchel, who's been outstanding for the Astros, probably done. He's up over 100 pitches through 7. Not that the Astro bullpen has been anything to laugh at. They've been outstanding so far this year. 3-1 to Gonzalez. That's a strike. No, it's not. Okay, ball 4. Mentioned day off for the Padres tomorrow. They'll be back at it with Ian Kennedy on the hill Friday night. Back to National League West play as the Rockies come to town. Eddie Butler will be on the hill for the Rocks against Kennedy, making his 2nd start since coming off the disabled list. You can join us 6:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. Big start for Ian Kennedy.
Absolutely. He wants to get back out there after the last start, right? That's the tough thing about being a starter. You have to wait another 4 or 5 days before you get that pill again and get up on that hill.
Valbuena struck out, flew out, and as you saw, doubled in the 6th. Pops this one up left side, long run in foul territory for Middlebrooks, and he runs out of space. First row behind the dugout, and it'll roll into the Houston dugout.
Look at the players now giving the fans a hard time. Hey, turnabout is fair play, right? Got some of the Astro players saying, come on, dude, you got to make that catch. You kidding me?
Luis Valbuena was hearing it from the fans last night. Ends up as a souvenir, eventually. Great day to be at the ballpark. 0-2 to Valbuena, goes up and pops that one up. Behind the infield, Jed Jerko makes the catch behind his head, one away. Tonight's game, this afternoon's game, presented in HD by Sony 4K. Beautiful high definition at home and beautiful high definition on that new video board here at the ballpark. Nice seat.
That's never going to get old. That big screen, that big video board out there.
No.
It is unbelievable.
Hey, did you know George Springer's dad played in the Little League World Series in 1976?
Now I do.
There you go. You can see what he did in his previous at-bats as Thayer checks on Gonzalez. You like those way back Wednesday graphics on the video board?
Love it.
Saw the movement on that pitch as Springer fouls it away.
So his dad, George Springer, George II, so that would make this kid George III,
yes.
Correct?
Yeah. Sounds like he could be a monarch of some kind. He's been a king at the plate this series.
I get it.
0-2. Nice stop by Nieves. Padres will wear these brown pinstriped uniforms 5 times this season, 4 more after today. Wednesday day games at Petco Park. Far out. 1-2. Lays off the high fastball.
That's a tough fastball to lay off. 92-93 from Thayer. Got a little bit of late movement on that fastball as well. But Springer not biting.
Gonzalez has yet to steal a base this year, but they are obviously keeping him close over there. Padre bullpen going to try and keep the team close as they'll come to the plate in the 8th inning, having seen 20 of the last 21 men sent down by Dallas Keuchel. 2-2. Did he hold up this time? He'll appeal to first. He did. Ooh, that was close. First base umpire Manny Gonzalez says he did not go around. Full count.
I thought he went.
Pitchers.
They always go.
It was close. 3-2. Runner goes. And Springer pops it up. Shallow right. Myers and Kemp coming on. Kemp is calling for it. Myers is catching it. And Gonzalez has to go back to first. 2 away.
Hey, host your next event at The Landing, presented by Cabo Wabo. This private 300-person group space at the top of the newly renovated left field seating area offers a great view of the field and includes food and beverage. Reserve today by calling 619-795-5555. A great place. Not a bad spot here at Petco Park. The whole place, but that landing is some kind of nice.
They got the shade, too.
Yeah.
On a warm way back Wednesday. Got to be sun safe. 2 outs, man on first.
Just moving his feet a little bit,
Gonna say, huh? There you go. Good sun protection. The A.J. Preller hat.
It's a good look.
It's very functional. Keeps your head shaded. It's important. That's another way to do it. A little more styling, maybe. 1-1. Rasmus, a 2-run homer back in the 4th inning. In his 4th of the season. All different kinds of ways to try and stay cool in the sun. Moves his feet. 2-1.
Yeah, remember, Rasmus got extended on that home run that he hit. The 2-run shot back in the 4th. Taking a look. Watch the location of the pitch. Up, away, and he pulls it. This at bat, Dale Thayer is trying to pound him inside so he does not get extended.
Fouls it off. 2-2.
A little slider down and in. Crocodile Dundee hat.
2-2. And another foul ball. Astros have won 4 straight series now, including this one, 5 of their 7 series played this year. Padres trying to come from behind and improve to 5-2 in the final game of their series. San Diego at 11-11, final game in the first month of the season. Runner goes, pitch fouled back. What would you have said right before opening day? You're up in Los Angeles, and before Clayton Kershaw and James Shields go to start the first game of the season, I would say, well, what would you want out of the first month, record-wise?
5 games above 500.
Okay.
And I'm being honest. How about you?
I would have taken 500.
500?
After the slow starts the last couple of years. At 500 this moment.
And one more day in April, right?
It's an off day.
January, February, March.
30 days have September.
I don't do it that way. I use my knuckles.
You do the knuckles. It's every other, right?
Yep.
February doesn't mess you up?
You got to double up on the last knuckle, though.
That's what it is. 3-2 to Rasmus. Runner goes, and another foul ball. It's funny for the Astros, a team with a reputation of striking out a lot.
Yep.
They've had some tough at-bats the last couple
of days. A lot
of
of foul balls. You're absolutely right. Andrew Cashman was out there. The pitch count was getting up not only because of the strikeouts, but also the fly ball, or the foul balls, rather. You can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Learning the game on a Wednesday afternoon. 3-2. Runner goes again, and it's popped up to shallow right. Kemp and Myers. It'll be Kemp calling, catching. And that's the 3rd out here in the 8th. Nice job by Dale Thayer working around the leadoff walk.
today than a baseball game between the White Sox and the Orioles, but they played the game there, and it was closed to the public. So an eerie scene at Camden Yards. No fans in attendance, just the players, the staff, media, that kind of thing. And a little bit different. Kind of peek through, go not whole gang on the thing, but our best wishes to everybody in Baltimore as they try and get through that. Clint Barman's trying to get through Dallas Keuchel. Grounds out to Altuve. And Keuchel still out there now, 105 pitches. And he's retired 21 of the last 22 San Diego batters.
And still hitting his spots, working in and out. And Clint Barman swinging early right there, getting another grounder. There you see the breakdown of those 105 pitches. Heaviest workload was in the 6th, where he tossed 20 pitches.
That game in Baltimore, by the way, they're not even counting attendance. So people have said, oh, it's going to be a new record. Officially, they're just going to list it as NA. I saw that. Not applicable for the attendance in the box score instead of a goose egg. Strike one to Will Nieves. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Keuchel has seen the ERA rise so far to 0.75. As Derek Norris is on deck to pinch hit for Dale Thayer. Craig Kimbrell, who we've yet to see in this series. Out in the pen. Among the vegetables in the garden. Nieves chops it foul, 1 and 2.
Maybe get an inning of work, right?
Yeah.
With the off day tomorrow.
Such a fine balance for those relievers, right?
Yeah.
Overuse, underuse.
Yeah.
How you fit them into games.
You don't want them sitting on the shelf too long. They'll stay sharp.
Nieves takes inside, 2 and 2. Tyson Ross has a helmet in his hands, last night's starting pitcher. Maybe a pinch running situation for him if Nieves is able to reach. 2-2. And he goes down, chops it over to third base. Valbuena charging and throwing and making the play, 2 away. Nicely done by Luis Valbuena. Knew he had some time with Nieves running. Earlier this afternoon, Mark Grant, you gave us our keys to the game. You wanted Andrew Kastner to go deep. He did.
He did. 7 solid innings, and according to my book, was it 10 strikeouts, Jesse?
It was.
10 punch-outs. He only walked 1. 3 runs, only 2 were earned, and continue the trend. 345 average versus lefties. Well, Keuchel's been really throwing well. Padres this afternoon up lefty, 3 for 25.
Derek Norris, the best batting average in all of baseball against left-handed pitching. 647. Take strike 1. Norris hitting .316 this season. Driven in 11. Thrown out 9 would-be base runners. Trying to steal. 1 and 1. Keuchel up at 112 pitches, trying to get through 8. Through 9 shutout innings in his last start at Oakland. 2 and 1. Jack Qualls. They give him maybe one base runner, you think, before going to the bullpen?
I think so. Derek Norris, the only righty on the bench this afternoon, with Keuchel starting, heavy on the right this afternoon for Buddy Black's Padres.
Two and 2 to Norris. Carter takes it himself, and another 1-2-3 inning for Dallas Keuchel. He has retired 23 of 24.
to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Good beach day. PB, Mission Beach, whatever beach. Very rarely a bad beach day in San Diego. Craig Kimbrell on to pitch in a non-save situation. Padres trailing 3-1.
Got to stay sharp. So Bud Black picking this inning, picking this day with the off day tomorrow. It's been a while since Kimbrell has been out on that hill, so dust off some of the cobwebs of that powerful right arm of his. See the splits for Craig.
Last saw him on Sunday as he picked up the save. Hey, there you are.
Oh, hey now.
It's a good way to get on TV, right, when you come to the ballpark? Chris Carter against Kimbrell.
I think he was going to back up third base.
Is that where he was going?
Yeah.
13 pitch save for Craig Kimbrell in the series finale against the Dodgers on Sunday. Carter 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and that fastball outside. Padre closer on the hill, the former Padre, and the Astro closer, Luke Gregerson, who needed just 6 pitches to pick up the save on Sunday in Oakland, warming up. 2-run game here in the top of the 9th. Astros trying to pick up a sweep in San Diego, a 3-game sweep for the first time since 1982. There's a strike. Astros come into play today, 13 wins, 7 losses. Last year, Mark, when they had 13 wins, they already had 27 defeats.
Wasn't it a couple years ago they only had 51 wins on the season?
That's exactly right, in 2013.
Wow.
So a big step up last year. Improved by 19 games from 2013 to 2014. And they're off to a great start with their new manager here in 2015. Carter had a home run last night. Came off of Odrisamer to Espana. And now a full count, 3-2. Kimbrell's first Padre appearance was a non-save situation up in Los Angeles in that opening series. Buddy Black just wanted to break the seal, get him out there. And a leadoff walk issued here to Carter.
Friday on Fox Sports San Diego, catch a new episode of Padres POV presented by Sequan Casino. This week, Alexi Amarista stops by to show off his new skill. Plus, the crew gets batting cage basics with Padres hitting coach Alonzo Powell. Friday on Fox Sports San Diego.
A new skill for Alexi Amarista.
It's going to be great.
I heard what it might be. Well, you know his nickname.
Little Ninja.
That's right. There you go.
All right.
All right. You have to tune in on Friday night. Marisnick swinging and missing at a 98-mile-per-hour offering from Kimbrell.
Yeah, Ali Sturm does a great job on that Padre POV show.
Outstanding. It's fun. You get to see the players in a different light. Add a uniform out in the community. Having fun. Marisnick doubled and scored his first time up in the hole here, 0-2.
Sit him down. Sit him down.
Oh, 2. And gets away from Nieves. So Carter's going to advance to second base.
I guess a pass ball on that one, huh?
Charged with a pass ball earlier, allowing Marisnick, who's at the plate now, to go from second to third. And it is a second pass ball charge to the Padre catcher this afternoon.
Fastball off the glove of Nieves. Granted, he had to reach around the other side, right? Kimbrell throwing upper 90s.
Runner in scoring position now for Marisnick. who's in the hole 1 and 2 against Kimbrel.
That's a huge run out there for the Astros. Got to hold them.
Fouls it back.
See Marisnick trying to go that other way off of the hard-throwing Craig Kimbrel. Outfield playing him to go the other way. Let's see where Matt Kemp is. Look how close he is to the line there. In right field.
That one goes to the backstop. Carter's going to advance to third. This one a wild pitch charged to Kimbrel. So a leadoff walk, a pass ball, and now a wild pitch.
Curveball. And once again, way to the right of Will Nieves. He did everything he could, trying to maneuver his body laterally to the right.
Carter on third base, nobody out, and the infield about halfway in. 2-2 to Marisnick. And he lines it into right field for a base hit. That'll get an insurance run home for the Astros as Carter slides into home, and it's a 4-1 Houston lead.
See, Carter kind of held up a little bit there because he wasn't sure if that line drive was going to be caught by Kemp, who was charging that baseball. Still scores easily. As this ball was struck, a hanging slider over the heart of the plate. Marisnick stays inside it nicely. And then watch the runner Carter. He's holding up. He's thinking just maybe. And as soon as that ball hits, he sprints home, and Matt Kemp makes a nice throw towards home plate.
Another pitch in the dirt, and Nieves keeps that one with him.
That's a big run for Houston.
Padres at the top of the order, due up in the bottom of the ninth. If it is a save situation, you expect to see Luke Gregerson, the former Padre, out on the mound for the Astros. Runner goes, and Nieves has it go in and out of the mitt. Stolen base from Marisnick. His 7th of the season. And Buddy Black's got to watch as this one scoots away from Nieves.
Yeah, catchable ball. I mean, it seems like it would have probably been a stolen base anyway. Got a good jump. Having trouble squeezing it back there. Granted, some are to the right. Off from the target. The breaking ball skip in the dirt. You know, as a catcher, when you're set up on one side of the plate, you got a guy throwing 96, 97. When you miss like that, it could be a challenge.
3 balls and no strikes to Conger. First base is open. Pitcher's spot is up next. And he's swinging on 3-0, and he puts it up the chute. Nieves makes the catch. One away. It's going to be officially the end of the afternoon now for Dallas Keuchel as Evan Gattis comes on to pinch hit. Gattis made the start in yesterday's game. And a 2-run homer in the first inning. Big and strong. The 2-run shot in the first was off the mid of Will Myers and straight away center field. Runner goes. Nieves will throw down to third. It goes into left field. Marisnick's going to come home and score. The Astros have been wreaking havoc on the bases this entire series, and it continues here in the 9th inning on a Wednesday afternoon.
Leg kick, airmail. Boy, vey.
Stolen base and an error on the catcher Nieves. Saw a similar play first game of the series with Derek Norris back there. Astros aggressive on the base paths, and Marisnick has just put himself into a three-way tie with a couple of his teammates, Altuve and Springer, for the American League lead in stolen bases. The three top stolen base guys in the AL now all on this Astro team. Gaddis into center field, and a base hit. So Craig Kimbrell comes on in a non-save situation, try and get some work. A couple of runs in for Houston, and Buddy Black on his way out to the mound. That's going to be it for Kimbrell. They get him out of there after 18 pitches. Pass ball, error, not easy. And a pitching change at Petco Park. Houston now with a 4-run lead in the top of the ninth.
With another doubleheader starting with a West Coast Interleague showdown between the Angels and the Giants, followed by the Reds squaring off against the Braves. Coverage begins at 12:30 p.m. on your home for baseball every Saturday, Fox Sports 1, and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
5:40 first pitch here on Fox Sports San Diego on Saturday. Rockies and the Padres. Brandon Maurer comes on for the 9th time this season, and he's got to deal with Jose Altuve. Runner on first, and one out here in the 9th. Couple of runs in a sloppy 9th inning so far, and Altuve gets another hit. Would you believe it? Another multi-hit game for Jose Altuve. It's rattling around in that right field corner. They're going to wave the pinch runner hose around. The throw to the plate, not in time. Throw to third, not in time. Altuve makes it 6-1 Astros here in the 9th.
Well, you hate to see the wheels coming off, but that's exactly what's happening. And Altuve getting extended again. Using the whole field. Gary Pettis waves him around.
That's the 11th multi-hit game of the season already for Jose Altuve. They've played 21 games. He's had more than one hit in 11. That leads the American League. Four hits last night. A couple of hits on Monday in the first game of the series. Gonzalez 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Back to Maurer. That might get another run home. They'll come home, and it gets away. Gonzalez going to head to second. Nieves throw there. Gets into very, very shallow center field. Barnes able to retrieve it. Sloppy 9th inning for the Padres. And a 7-1 Astro lead.
Well, it had to be a perfect throw to the plate. That's why I think Maurer's got to go to first base. Well, that's a seed to Nieves. And it continues getting uglier. He's on the move. I feel he's got to get the out at first base.
A couple of errors in the inning, a wild pitch, a passed ball, and 4 Astro runs, still just 1 away. Gonzalez at second and Valbuena at the plate. Dale Thayer pitched a pretty clean 8th inning, leadoff walk, but that was it. The bullpen struggles against the Astros continuing here in the 9th. And it's not just on Kimbrel and Maurer, of course.
Right.
Three to 1 at the start of the 9th inning. Houston has added to their lead. 1-2. In the air left field, Justin Upton in front of the shadows makes the catch. That's the second out. And the 8th man of the inning will come to the plate for the Astros. Won't be sorry to see these guys leave town.
Well, there's a charmer.
Springer with 2 outs, runner on second, first pitch swinging center field. Myers makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Astros, though, add 4 more thanks to a couple of errors, a pass ball, and a wild pitch.
Of the game. Well, left-hander Dallas Keuchel on the hill today for Houston, and he's twirling a gem. Over 100 pitches, a couple of mistakes over the plate, but some great defense. Jake Marisnick in center field taking away extra bases. At third base, Valbuena on the run. Well, Dallas Keuchel had it working this afternoon in San Diego. Our Bill Howe play of the game.
New pitcher, familiar face, old friend Luke Gregerson. We've seen both closers this afternoon in a pair of non-save situations. He was up when it looked like it would be a safe situation, but the Astros added 4 in the top of the 9th, and he'll come in anyway.
Slider, 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 and more sliders from Luke Gregerson. That's his pitch of choice. We saw it many years with the San Diego Padres. He'll mix in a fastball. You see the splits. 211 lefties, 083 against righties. Getting an inning of work. And that's the philosophy of some managers. If you're up, it's a safe situation, then your team explodes, right? Get some runs. Since you're hot and ready to go, throw them in there.
Top of the order for the Padres, down 6. 3 outs away from being swept by the Astros. Will Myers They scored the only run of the day for San Diego. That was all the way back in the first inning. Dallas Keuchel settled down in a big-time way, retired 21 of the last 24 men he faced. Gregerson, a Padre from 2009 to 2013. Went to the A's in the Seth Smith trade. Seth Smith went to the Mariners this offseason in the Brandon Maurer trade. Guy got the last 2 outs in the top of this inning. 0-2 to Myers. Reaches down, pops it up, shallow right. Altuve going back, and Carter, the first baseman, can't make the catch in fair territory. Myers was hustling all the way, and he ends up at second base. An error on the first baseman, Carter. And the sloppiness has found its way into the bottom of the 9th inning, and that's good news for the Padres.
Oh, very catchable ball. He was kind of just cruising a little bit. No problem with the Suns. That's just a good old-fashioned boot off the heel of the glove of Carter. Even used 2 hands and couldn't come up with it.
Just in fair territory. A 2-base error. And the second defensive miscue by the Astros today. They've gone 6 straight games without an error until they committed one late last night. Solarte and Kemp are next. Here's Jan Hervis starting at first base. First pitch swinging. Gonzalez charging at shortstop. Throws him out, 1 away as Myers goes over to third. Over 4 afternoon for Solarte. Gregerson gets him on just the 1 pitch. And here's Matt Kemp. Well, if I would have told you 2 years ago, Mark Grant, hey, Luke Gregerson's going to be pitching to Matt Kemp at Petco, but it's going to be an Astros-Padres game,
I would have said you're off your rocker. And if you would have said, I'll bet you any amount of money, I probably would have taken that bet that they wouldn't be matching up.
and yet here we are.
There's that slider.
Myers on third base, 1 away. Padres trailing by 6 as the fastball is in, 1-1.
It's almost like the fastball from Luke Gregerson is a show-me pitch. A pitch from Missouri, right?
Show me state. Kemp shatters his bat, grounds it to third. That'll get Myers home as Valbueno's throw across the diamond is the second out of the inning. 7-2 game.
Talk about getting in the kitchen to Matt Kemp right there. A two-seam sinker. Luke Gregerson will either go down and away with the slider, the fastball in, and Matt Kemp trying to get the barrel out, and the barrel goes flying all the way down the third base line.
So Kemp has driven in both runs for the Padres here this afternoon. Continues to be productive there. 16 RBIs, leads the team. Justin Upton takes a slider for strike one. There's that fastball. Ball and a strike to Upton, who's 0 for 3. You saw the great catch Marisnik made back in the 4th inning. 2-1. Padres will regroup. Get some time to themselves. Good for the players. Get away from the ballpark a little bit. Off day tomorrow, free night tonight, and then back to work this weekend against the Rockies. Nearly a nice grab in the first row. Upton and the Padres down to their final strike. Dallas Keuchel, 8 innings, allowed just 1 run. Padres ran his ERA from 0.62 to 0.73. 2-2 from Gregerson off the end of the bat into center field. Marisnik makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Astros complete the 3-game sweep here at Petco Park, a 7-2 victory over the Padres. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomerantz has plenty more.
Just what we see in just a couple of moments on the post-game show, there is a bright spot in this. Hard to believe, perhaps, but Andrew Cashner set a couple of records. One a Padre and one a Major League record. We'll share with you what those are, and you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black, in moments.